This is the Honor X5 and the first Honor phone that I have reviewed on this channel. It is the company's latest entry-level phone which has recently launched here in South Africa. I've been testing this phone for a couple of days now and I do have some interesting thoughts on it. So if you want to find out whether this phone is for you, then stay tuned. Before we continue, I will be giving away 5 TAKEALOT vouchers to some of you guys. So make sure to watch the entire video if you want to find out how to win those vouchers. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as I will only be picking subscribers. And if you haven't already, then turn on that bell notification icon so you are notified every time I upload a new video. When it comes to the design and build quality of the X5, the phone looks like a typical mid-range device that we are all so used to seeing. The back panel is made from a textured plastic material which I actually really like as it doesn't attract fingerprints or smudges. I'm sure you have also noticed by now that there is a huge camera bump, and at first glance you would think there are a couple of lenses there. However, there's only one single camera lens with a huge cutout for the LED flash. The frame is also made from plastic and the screen has the famous water drop notch for the front camera, and the bottom of the screen has a decent sized bezel. Generally, the design is quite generic and something we are used to seeing. The bottom of the phone houses the single firing speaker, the only microphone, a headphone jack, and lastly there is a micro USB port for charging. This is quite unacceptable in my opinion, as we see many companies adopting USB-C even at this price point. The left hand side has the hybrid dual SIM slot and there is a rubber ring around the SIM card tray, which is nice to see. Even though there is no official water rating on this phone, I like the fact that Honor is going the extra mile to ensure the device has some water protection. The right hand side of the phone has the power button and volume rockers, so no fingerprint sensor on this phone, which is a letdown. The phone comes in 3 colors, namely the sunrise orange, which I actually wanted but I couldn't find. There's the ocean blue and the midnight black, which I have. Now taking a look at the display, the Honor X5 has a 6.5-inch display. The size of the display is fantastic and the high screen to body ratio allows for an immersive media experience. The resolution of the display is 720p with a 60Hz refresh rate and the panel is TFT LCD. Generally speaking, the screen is what is expected at this price point, and watching videos on this phone is not bad at all. The phone can get decently bright outdoors, but in direct sunlight you will battle to see the screen. When it comes to the cameras, the X5 has a single 8-megapixel camera with a flash. I was pleasantly surprised with the image quality. The images are crisp, vibrant and color accurate. Even portraits work well with this phone. All of this is accomplished with the great AI which is built into this camera. If lighting is good, the camera performs well. Also, when it comes to video, the phone battles quite a bit. It takes video at 1080p with 30 frames per second, but there is no stabilization here at all, not even digital stabilization. So video quality is not the greatest and quite shaky. The selfie camera is 5 megapixels and this is where the face unlock feature of the phone is built in. The face unlock feature is a hit and miss, and I found myself using the pattern to unlock my phone quite often. In the battery department, the 5000 mAh battery on the X5 was great in my testing, and that is one huge advantage of these lower end devices. They generally give great battery life. You will comfortably get a full day of usage from this phone. Unfortunately, the phone only charges at a slow 10 watts. However, the advantage is that you do get the charger and cable in the box. Before moving on to the performance, if you guys want to win one of 5 TAKEALOT vouchers, then make sure to read the description and pin comment below in order to enter the competition. Okay, moving on. Performance-wise, the X5 is using the Helio P22 processor. This processor was released in 2018, and even though it is an octa-core processor, the CPU does show its age even at lighter tasks. Paired with just 2 GB of RAM without any virtual RAM meant day-to-day performance was average at best. If you have never used a smartphone before, you may be okay with it, but I think even for the average user, you will find the performance a bit sluggish. Apps take just a bit longer to fire up, and the general experience I feel could be better. I tried gaming with this phone, so you don't have to. PUBG and Call of Duty was barely playable, and I wouldn't recommend it at all. Lighter games like Subway Surfer or Smash Hit are fine to play. I was unable to download Geekbench or run Antutu as they were not compatible with this phone. Software-wise, the X5 runs on a virtually stock Android 12 Go edition. The software is nice and clean, and I actually like some of the intuitive features built in. This includes a dark mode, a night light to prevent eye strain, adaptive brightness, 3-finger screenshot, and Google Translate built, just to name a few. Okay, so to finish off, the Honor X5 will be fine for someone who is getting their first smartphone, or even if you want a secondary phone. The battery life and camera performance in good lighting is its strength. However, the lack of USB, outdated chipset, just a single rear camera without versatility, and an average day-to-day performance means it's a tough phone to recommend. At this same price point, the Samsung Galaxy A04, which has USB-C, a better and newer processor, a dual camera setup which includes a 50 megapixel sensor and 3 gigabytes of RAM with up to 4 gigabytes of virtual RAM, means it beats the X5 quite comfortably. So that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you have any comments, please leave it below, and I'll see you in the next one.